Hey everyone, it is 𝗪𝗏𝗃, and welcome back to the new Super Gaming Squad podcast. We are on episode 2, and it has been a while, my friends. I know, it's been a long time since episode 1, but we are back, and we have most of the same people from last time, but we have a new person. Well, new as in new to this specific series. You already know who he is. It's 𝗪.
Hey, you already know who it is. We in the cut. It's your boy, the Big Dick Booty Sage. You feel me? Go follow my SoundCloud at 𝗨𝗵𝗆𝗺𝗀𝗆𝗺 and follow me on Instagram at 𝗨𝗵𝗆𝗆𝗺𝗆𝗺 and 𝗫𝗺𝗀𝗆𝗺. You feel me? All right. Now that the plug is out of the way, we can get started.
Right. But this man wasted no time. But let me introduce the others first. So we have Alpha.
Stole my bit.
Yo, what's up, everybody? You already know what it is.
We have Andrew is here. His mic sounds a little off, so he might sound weird throughout the podcast, but he can type in the chat just in case.
Oh, okay. I'm poor. Should have been back.
And then we have Conan.
So Linky's is dead in Majora's Mask.
Oh, okay. And then we have
That's
and then we have Nova. Nova has something to say to you all.
well, he stole my bit. Follow me for my art on Instagram and Twitter at Drawing Nova.
Right.
I can't work out a better name for the life of me.
Right. And he knows that some of y'all ain't following yet, so go follow his shit. It's actually really good.
Fucking do it.
All right. So today's topic is going to be video game movies and media. And the reason why we're having this topic, well, originally the reason we were having this topic is because Detective Pikachu had just come out. And that's why I wanted to do this topic on video game movies. But recently, actually, since we had this on the back burner and we're just now doing it, recently the Sonic the Hedgehog movie has come out. So in terms of current day big video game movies, those are the major ones we're going to talk about. But then we're going to briefly talk about some movies that have happened in the past, some upcoming video game movies, and some more stuff in that area. So yeah, that's the topic for today. So, any questions before we begin?
Nah, bro.
We should have used those fake Zelda trailers.
All right. So I was going to start with past video game movies first, but let's just go ahead and talk about the current day big ones. And the current day big ones is Detective Pikachu and Sonic. Let's do Detective Pikachu first, since that came out first. So who here has seen it, I guess, is the question I'll ask first.
I have not seen that movie.
I know Conan definitely has, for sure. Did you see it first at the movie theater because you work at the theater? Or?
Nah. On release.
Oh, on release? Cool. And then Nova, I know you have seen it, probably.
No, I haven't.
Oh, you haven't to this day?
Nah.
That's crazy. That's wild.
I've seen it, bro.
That's
Yeah.
wild.
I thought we were Pocket Man masters.
I am a Pocket Man master. That's a puzzle game.
Damn.
Yeah.
But that,
I was expecting like most of us who are Pokemon fans would definitely have seen it, but okay.
Nah, bro. I'm the only one here that really went to go. Was just like, yeah, bro, I'm about to go fucking see this shit. You know? I was reluctant to watch the Sonic movie.
Oh, God.
I wanted to go watch the Pokemon movie. It's just I never found the time to actually go do it.
All right, I feel y'all. But yeah. So do you guys have a good grasp on the plot? Do we need to? Because I know I said
Nah.
spoilers for this movie is allowed. Because by now I know all of you have to have seen the spoilers.
Nah, I could care less about spoilers. So
Okay.
I don't care.
All right.
Talk
pretty
about
bad. Ash
Mewtwo's
died.
fucking.
Oh God, Mewtwo. I like how that's the first thing you bring up. I mean, it is the first thing we see, I guess, so it makes sense. But
slimy, wet Mewtwo.
yeah.
I'll say this, Mewtwo, I like how they made him actually like really intimidating in a way. It's like the first time he of all the times they've like milked him recently, that's like the first time he truly felt kind of intimidating again.
I'm not
Why'd
gonna
they
lie,
show his
the
teeth?
Pokemon movie had like a really weird advantage over all the other media in Pokemon. Like, you know, the anime is super cartoony.
Right.
The games are the games. You know, Pokemon Ranger. You know, it has kind of like a darker tinge to it. Bro, the Pokemon movie really felt like this is what Pokemon would really be like. Like, you really be in the cut trying to survive.
Right, and that's the big appeal factor to Detective Pikachu. I feel like it's the first time we see a lot of these characters and Pokemon in live action. That was like the major thing. I still have flashbacks to the first trailer and just how bizarre it was to see all these Pokemon in live action for the first time.
Yeah, definitely. Oops, somebody dead, bro.
Yeah, that's Andrew. He can still type in the chat.
For sure.
I'm not gonna lie. Based on all the trailers I've seen, like I said, I haven't like saw the movie, but I like got a good grasp of it. One of the few things that weirded me out was like the way the Pokemon looked. Like they look fine, but at the same time they still look kind of off-putting.
Right. I think a big thing, we discussed this before, a big thing that was off is some of them like have fur. Even ones that you wouldn't think have fur.
Like Jigglypuff.
Fur, and then it scares me.
Right. Charizard definitely looks more scaly. He kind of looked like he had fur, but nah, he's definitely scaly in the movie.
One of the Pokemon that looked, one of the ones that looked really weird to me was Greninja.
Right.
High key, yeah.
The best one was Magikarp.
Yeah, Greninja looks also pretty wet.
Yeah, and in a minute.
And Mewtwo,
moist man, bro.
that's a moist boy.
Right. In a minute, I can I can put the beta Greninja model they had. If I can just find the video, I had it. So give me a sec. Y'all can keep talking, but I can put that in the chat right now. Give me one sec.
Yeah. I do actually like how some of the bonds look like Bulbasaur and Squirtle and all.
Yeah, no, some of them actually look great. Like when I saw like all those Bulbasaurs like walking across like the forest and shit, I was like, oh, those actually look really cool.
That was sick.
But it's just like
Magikarp looked pretty good too.
Like I said, I didn't watch the movie, but there were certain Pokemon I was thinking like, I wonder if they put it in the movie, how would they do it? Like for example,
See the Gyarados?
I seen the Gyarados. Like no, but I mean like the weirder like a Chandelure. Like how the fuck would they?
How you fuck you gonna do?
We're not gonna talk about the unsettling implications that a Chandelure just hanging out in somebody's house.
Right. But look at Beta Greninja here. That's like the model they used to create him. They really
Nah, bro.
Gross.
Nah,
Yeah, bro, that's just disgusting.
and they have him for the
He might need to die.
Why is he so bug-eyed?
I need the gun.
They have models, similar models for the other Pokemon too, like Psyduck. Psyduck looked really weird model-wise.
No, Psyduck in the trailers looked really weird.
Yeah, in the movie he's great though. He's one of the best Pokemon.
Oh, okay.
Character, bro.
Yeah.
I'll kill us all if you don't rub my feet right now.
Right. That's his whole premise. It's like he's literally a bomb.
Oh.
But yeah, the Pokemon were easily the big thing with Detective Pikachu. Like that's all everyone talked about on social media and when the movie came out and all that stuff. Just seeing a lot of these Pokemon in live action. And there were some that also made cameos too and stuff like that. Like we briefly see 𝗵𝗱𝗲𝗏, I think. Andrew.
What? I
Said who?
Yeah,
I wish I really saw that now, just because I'm like, that would look so fucking weird.
Yeah, we also see Cubone is a big part of it. The Ditto reveal. Oh God. Yeah, Ditto in the movie is funny. I find it crazy though, the implications that oh god, Mewtwo's teeth. Okay, before I get back to Ditto, yeah, let's talk about Mewtwo some more. God, Mewtwo.
Looks
To be
so
honest,
soggy.
Mewtwo reminded me of Bernie Sanders. You can't tell me they don't look alike.
You know what? I vote Mewtwo for president.
You just can't say Mewtwo look like Bernie Sanders.
Bro, he did.
Bro, like Bernie Sanders.
I mean, I can understand.
Built like one.
Yeah, I can understand the dude who was like trying to take Mewtwo's mind. Like, I can understand that, but Mewtwo himself.
Nah, bro.
Mewtwo
looked like he was old as shit.
So they look
Man's
like
been
him
in the
and Jesus
lab.
at the school looking old as dirt. That's crazy. That's
Mewtwo 2020, let's go.
Oh no.
Bro.
This man found this art so fast.
I'm angry.
Oh
I'm
no.
angry.
But yeah, and then he speaks with his mouth, so that's weird. They should have had him continue to speak telepathically.
Yeah, that'd
Would've been
be
cheaper
weird.
if they did it that way too.
Same thing with the voice. Like when the guy takes over his mind, they should have kept the voice because the voice is actually okay, but the dude who
Hey,
takes over sounds weird.
I was gonna say no lie though. If they make a movie and they have,
Oh, you ca-
I know I'm gonna be upset because I'm not the only one who be expecting legendaries to be looking like Godzilla-sized monsters, right?
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, that's what people wanted. They wanted to see like giant Pokemon, and the only one we got
Yeah, 'cause
was a
I'm like-
Pokemon that's not even normally giant. We got the
Like-
giant
like-
Torterra.
For example, this to me,
That's
I'm
my
like,
boy.
Nah,
Alright,
that
let's
was
be real.
yeah,
Let's be real. That was a clever use of Torterra.
right,
Let's be
oh, was
real.
that why
Yeah.
That's why that mountain was moving in the trailer?
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
Oh, okay, that sounds
Torterra,
kinda cool.
giant, like huge Torterra, and also
Torterra.
That man swimming in the ocean?
the fact that it was foreshadowing for Dynamaxing.
Hey, facts. Facts.
Man was sitting in Galar for like 2 minutes.
Right, they probably did that on purpose. They knew.
Hey, they knew.
Like they even, and speaking of that, they even had the foresight to like get like later gen Pokemon in there. Like that's another element of the movie I like. That I like how they had multiple Pokemon for multiple generations.
Generations. Yeah.
You see Pokemon like Trico just chilling.
Yeah, no lie. I was expecting them to only do Gen 1.
Right.
Yeah.
But they kind of had to do multiple generations anyway, because even the original Detective Pikachu game was like a Gen 6 game, and that had like Pokemon up the Gen 6. So they could have made it a Gen 1 movie, definitely. And there's definitely enough Pokemon to do that movie with Gen 1 Pokemon, because there's like
Yeah.
there were, if I'm correct, the count wasn't up to 100 of Pokemon in the movie. So
Yeah.
yeah, they had plenty of material to work with. But I
No,
do
that's
like
totally understandable.
yeah. And before we move on from Detective Pikachu, because I feel like we've hit a lot of the major points. Oh yeah, Ditto again. Can I just say the Ditto plot twist is hilarious?
Hey, bro. Only Pokemon fans would get that joke.
It's also like ominous because like that like implies so many scary things about Ditto.
Yeah, bro.
You ever hit up a girl and you look?
I'm tired of being everybody's hoe.
Wait.
Now you gotta be home for
Bro.
dinner.
Right. Now we out here taking over the planet.
I don't know.
I was about to say too, like you ever hit up a girl and it's a Ditto?
Huh?
Calm down.
For real, that's a possibility now.
One
Oh.
here.
All right.
Oh
that's-
no.
Literally, you seen that Ditto transform into his girl.
Oh no.
And that's actually the next part of the subject I was going to get to, the human characters. So the human characters, though, is what kind of dragged this movie down a bit, I feel like.
Mm.
Like Conan can say,
Well-
like some of them were okay, but they could have been better.
See, my thing about that whole movie, one of the reasons I was hesitant to watch it is like I understand that we get it all the time, but one of the main appeals about the Pokemon world is, being a Pokemon trainer. The main dude just was like, he wasn't even that. He was just a regular dude who's like looking for his dad and shit,
Right. But I also
so
feel
like,
that's also a benefit in the way, because not going the traditional route and not doing a story similar to the games and anime was fresh. Super fresh.
I
And
understand that does give you like
Yeah.
a perspective. That gives you a good perspective on like the world of people who aren't trainers and everything.
right.
Let's be real. If given the opportunity, everyone and their mama is really gonna try and rush to be a Pokemon trainer. But not everybody can
It's
be
gonna
a
get
Pokemon.
up.
What's it called? I feel Sword and Shield actually demonstrated this very well in saying that, after like the third gym, hey, a lot of people don't make it this far.
Right.
So I mean, like, there's just like, man, I'm about to be the best, like, no one ever go and get your ass beat by like somebody.
Right.
You're just like,
no,
well, I guess that's the end of that.
No, that's
I guess that's the end of that.
understandable. No, that's understandable. When I said like he wasn't a Pokemon trainer, I didn't mean like he's out here trying to get badges. He's trying to be the champion. I'm just saying like he could have still been a Pokemon trainer, but just could have been just when he just has his Pokemon chilling, living his life.
Oh, he can't.
Right. And
On
he
that
even
island,
has
there's no battling.
Right. That's another element. The city has a rule that there is no battling. Now that's an element that I
Really?
was Now that's an element I was kind of mixed on, because like that kind of prevented us from getting more action. Because
True.
that's an element I was mixed on. But I do also like that rule. It gives the location some meat to it.
Okay.
It's funny though, because
The
there's
only
still
part- Oh.
Go ahead, Conan.
The only part I hated was the Torterra, the giant Torterras. That shit was stupid.
Nah, I
It
still
made no
think
sense.
yeah, like I said, it was probably Dynamax foreshadowing, and again, Torterra is the continent Pokemon.
I wouldn't even say that was Dynamax for sure, because like you remember in like the anime where they had that giant ass Dragonite.
Oh God,
True.
there's all sorts of giant moments in the anime that foreshadowed
That's what I'm
Dynamax.
saying.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. So it's like just
But
giant
they could have
Pokemon.
easily like put Groudon in that scene or something.
right.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought that's what they were gonna do.
Me too.
And Andrew also mentioned this. There's also Andrew also mentioned this. There's also like a really gritty feel, because there's like, it's a detective story, so it's got this grit kind of feeling to it. People are out here trading drugs that make Pokemon go crazy and strong. There's illegal fighting rings and stuff like that.
Fucking Rage candy bars coming back.
Oh God.
Yeah, bro.
Yo,
Yeah.
imagine if they had a dude on the side selling Slowpoke Tail.
Could you imagine how clean of a callback that would be?
Right.
Yeah.
That would probably be like super dark to actually put in the movie. That'd be so funny.
It'd be one of the only Gen 2 things that you can put in. It's actually kind of relevant.
That would be wild. The only other thing I could think that would be wild is if they actually did put a game character or something in the movie. Because as far as I know...
The game character or the game corner, bro, where they literally will sell you a Pokemon if you make enough coins.
Oh God, now they're not going to reference that because they know they can't bring it back in the games. Which is funny, actually, because they did reference it in Generations, but it was the fact that they closed it down.
Yeah.
But I was going to say the biggest game reference is that they do reference Kanto, so we know these other regions do exist. And they reference the fact that Mewtwo was created in Kanto.
The biggest reference to the games is that the main character has no dad.
Oh my God.
No, that's talking about his dad came out at the very end.
Oh my God.
That don't count.
Are we not going to talk about how his dad is Ryan Reynolds, though?
Hey, bro.
My man picked
Indian
Deadpool.
Ryan Reynolds is the best character.
Oh my God.
You ain't gonna sit up here and tell me that this man was kind of dark for no reason.
Oh yeah, and the fact that the main character is like a mixed dude.
Yeah, bro, this man was kind of dark for no reason.
Yeah, and this man married a black chick. That man was wilding.
Listen, this is the new generation of blackface.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Bro.
Oh yeah. Speaking of him, his performance as Pikachu was okay.
Yeah. You know this is going to be referenced in the next Deadpool movie.
Oh my god.
Probably.
Oh shit. You
Oh
were right.
my god.
Yeah.
See that? That's gonna be funny as fuck.
Think about that really quick.
And speaking of the next Deadpool movie, they've confirmed a sequel, actually. So I know we're not fully done with the movie, but I feel like we should wrap up here so we can get to Sonic, which, oh god. But yeah, they did confirm a sequel. Now, a sequel is going to be weird, though, because they didn't really end with any loose ends. Because, you know, he turns human again. Pikachu was his dad the whole time. His dad is a human again. They stopped the bad guys, so what's the sequel plot going to be? Is he going to turn back into a Pikachu, or are they going to find another talking Pikachu, or what?
Come on, man. We on some Scooby-Doo shit. It's always going to be another mystery.
What?
The way he said it.
It's always going to be another mystery.
Detective Eevee, it's his mom.
Oh my god.
There it is. There it is.
Oh my god. Savon, I hate you for this. I'm now imagining a scene of the Eevee like revealing herself to be his mom. The black mom just coming out as an Eevee.
No, the actor's black, but she's lighter than usual.
No. I hate this man. Oh my god, but yeah, that's gonna be interesting. I guess it'll be cool because for sure we're gonna see new Pokemon and they'll have a bigger budget. Hopefully they'll be able to do more Pokemon. We'll see new Pokemon, so that'll be fun for sure. But I feel like they definitely gotta do something interesting to change it up because a big reason why the anime movies got stale, like when the anime movies started, they were like huge. Like everyone loved them, they were like a big hit. But as we know, over time they got really stale, really samey, stuff like that. So we don't want that to happen with these movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really, the Pokemon anime movies have been on a renaissance lately, so looking forward to it.
Right.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, and the anime movies just have a whole different vibe, mostly because of Ash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Been with this man for 25 years.
Oh, right. The game is getting a sequel, too. That's another reason. Wait, he time travels? Is that the plot?
Oh,
my god. We're bringing in time traveling now?
Oh, here the fuck we go.
We go into the Mega Evolution Zinnia timeline.
Oh my god. Celebi's about to be out here. Dialga's been about to be out here because he's seeing you messing with his timelines.
He's like, who that over there? What's that Pikachu doing?
Oh my god. If there's gonna be time traveling, I'm gonna die.
I think we all are.
I'm not ready for that. But before he made that up? Okay, so no time traveling. That does sound kind of funny though.
What you doing? Roar time.
They need. Speaking of that, they need. Bro, how he's just gonna get his dad back and he's gonna die in the next movie? That's crazy.
Hey, bro, that's what How to Train Your Dragon did. Man got his mom's back and then, bam, dead.
Oh my god. I forgot what I was going to say about this whole Detective Pikachu thing, but yeah, that'll be interesting. See, actually, another thing, if they do future Pokemon movies, I would like to see them tackle other aspects of the universe. Like a big thing people do want to see a traditional live-action movie. And one thing I would like to see is a Mystery Dungeon movie. That would be pretty cool.
Do more animated stuff.
Right. Right. Oh my god, don't even get me started. Don't even get me started on freaking Pokemon.
The Mystery Dungeon one was fucking sick.
Yeah, don't get me started on Pokemon Generations and all that. Gonna get me mad. God,
Wings is pretty good though.
that series is so good, and they ain't followed it up with Jack. Twilight Wings is just okay because it's kind of shorter and yeah.
I like the individual stories. I think I prefer it.
All right, we ain't gonna talk about how B squared up with a 𝗪𝗻 though.
Oh,
That's a real ass girl.
that's best girl right there.
That shit was random.
In
These fighting type trainers are on different shit.
yeah, in Twilight Rings, the new series, B fights a 𝗪𝗻 by herself, no Pokemon, because she can.
That Bryson kills people.
Oh yeah.
He fucking ninjas that plasma guy.
Oh yeah, that man died. That man broke his spine or something.
Then he had a bear tick. Sir.
God, Generations is wild. Why does that team go so hard?
What is the first thing I see of him? Just him murdering a guy.
All right, so that's it for Pokemon in terms of that movie-wise. There's a lot more we can talk about. If any of you have anything else you want to say, go ahead.
No,
I'm cool.
I have more to say about seeing
I
it.
got one more question.
All right,
Well,
yeah, Conan.
So I was in a YouTube debate because I'd be in the YouTube comment section,
Right.
and some dude said the first movie was Detective Pikachu because they didn't want to reference dogfighting. So do you think we're gonna get a regular Pokemon type story or not?
I mean, we've had the traditional anime movies in theaters again.
I mean a live action.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I still think they can do it because it's Pokemon. Pokemon hasn't had any objections to that. They don't care. Oh, God.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Andrew said they should adapt Gen 5. Oh, Lord.
Bruh.
Peter's gonna have a field day with that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's the main one.
Yeah. I mean, we shouldn't care about PETA because they don't take care of their own animals.
No, the plot twist is 𝗪𝗔 is actually the head of PETA.
That's wild. Are we gonna even get to play that, man? It's crazy. But yeah, Detective Pikachu was an alright movie, but now we're going to get to the Sonic. Oh boy.
Sonic.
Now, we all know my story, my personal story, yeah.
Pleasingly bizarre movie.
You're right. We all know the story. When we first saw this movie, we all hated it. It looked horrible.
Yeah.
Nah.
Gangster's Paradise.
Yeah.
That man was, I don't know what Paramount was smoking to actually think that design was okay, but...
Rocks.
Why did they take
I
Gangster's
don't even
Paradise
think they had enough rocks to make that, man. All the rocks in the fucking universe.
But Conan asked an interesting question. Why Gangster's Paradise? I don't know.
Of all songs.
They got it before JoJo, which made me sad.
Had to get that black vote.
Oh my God.
Let's be real. Let's be 100%.
So random. And then, yes, of course, we know the redesign happened with Tyson. He came in and patched up the design, even though they could have gotten the OG creator, literally anyone else, but whatever. That's a whole different...
They literally could have just taken the official art and just made that a thing.
Right. It was so hard not to mess this up the first try. I don't know how the heck they screwed up.
Yeah. But Tyson did a good job. He looks
right.
He looks different.
He looks a lot better. Some people were saying the first design is better, and it's no. What are you?
Oh, hell no.
Are you stupid? Do you not know how design works?
please get out. But yeah.
Under what circumstance would you say these things? Did somebody have
right.
a your head?
But now we are now going to talk about the movie. Full spoilers, of course, if anyone doesn't mind. So, yeah. What do you want to say about the movie itself?
It was pleasantly bizarre.
Yeah.
It wasn't a bad movie at all. It was actually quite enjoyable.
I think
It was a pretty good
it was a good
movie.
movie, but it was a bad origin story.
Right. So
yeah,
my take is that I think the movie is average and okay. It's an okay movie. It's a solid movie, but it's painfully average in a way because I feel like just like for Sonic's big cinematic debate, it doesn't capture enough of Sonic. I feel like how Conan said that it's a bad origin story. I also feel that way,
I can understand that.
and
Yeah.
yeah, and one of
Where
the
you can give like Alvin and the Chipmunk some speed and like switch him out with Sonic, and it wouldn't change at all.
right. And speaking of the origin story itself, that's one of my biggest problems. The fact that everyone was talking about how it's so important that it's an origin movie, but they don't spend much time on the actual origin.
Yeah.
It's like 2 minutes long.
Right. Almost not even that. Like, all we know is that Sonic comes from his world, it's the two worlds thing from the games. So fine, I guess. And he's on Green Hill, of course. Sure, why not? And then we have the bizarre thing where he has an owl mom with zero explanation. They don't even explain that he's adopted or whatever. Like, she's just his mom, and we just accept this.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Longclaw is her name, and that's just so bizarre to me. Like, why is there no explanation as to who this is or what she does?
Yeah, it's even.
Aren't they echidnas supposed to like been like extinct?
Yeah, and that's another thing. Sonic is not supposed to exist around when the Echidna tribe is a thing, but yet here they are. And the thing with them, I'm assuming, is their story is they want Sonic's powers, because that is their story in the games. Like, they're very power hungry, and it literally led to their extinction with Chaos. But here, they're just kind of here, and they just want Sonic's power, I guess, and they try to kidnap him.
They're just chilling.
Right.
Power of speed.
It was cool in a way to see them, though, because one of my biggest problems with this movie is just how blank they make it feel. Like, they're like, oh, it's only Sonic and Eggman, of course, because Sonic won. And, like, that bothers me so much. Like, I want to see the other characters so bad.
Well, I mean, with the end thing where, spoilers, but Tails, when Tails...
Yep.
His design was so clean.
Right. Tails looked great.
Really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm sitting there like, there's probably going to be sequels. We're probably going to get more characters.
Of course, that's coming. But I just think, even for the first cinematic debate, I still think there should have been more characters. Like, because I feel like Sonic is a series that doesn't hold back and take baby steps. Sonic is a series that's very radical, at least in my opinion. So I kind of hate it. Yeah.
It's radical for better and for worse.
Yes. Oh, God. But yeah, in terms of this movie, it did an all right job with that, I guess. And I guess his mom presumably dies. We don't know if she dies. She might come back in the sequel.
I always assume death.
She got
Always assume
death. Yeah, it's a mom in the movie / probably dead.
We on some Disney shit, bro. Always assume death.
That's crazy. That's really crazy.
Every mom is Bambi's mom.
Every one.
Oh, God.
Yeah. And I hate this man, Andrew, bringing up his middle name from the comics.
Maurice Hedgehog.
I hate the fact that his name is Maurice, because why the fuck? Because I just be thinking about my own name. I'm like, for no reason. I hate it.
But yeah, so he then gets to the real world, and he lives in it for some time, and he doesn't let his presence be known by anyone, because the big thing is, of course, they want his powers. So obviously, if they want his powers, he's got to stay hidden, I guess. But this causes him to get lonely, and I think Conan agrees with me on this one. Him being lonely and just kind of sulking, it's a different light for Sonic.
That is not Sonic.
Right.
It is a way more grounded Sonic than I was expecting.
Right.
Everyone is fascinated with the idea of loneliness and depression, hence why Sonic now has loneliness. He'll have depression.
Wait, what?
Bruh?
Don't act like this isn't the case.
Yeah. he is.
Well,
He is right in some way.
Well, Savan, we already know you agree.
Yeah. Well, as a person who is like generally suffers from these things, it is a little disconcerting.
Like, I don't think
See,
it's
so
not
many
it's not
characters
that
go
it
that route.
shouldn't be in Sonic, because we see it in Sonic, but the problem is that's kind of Tails' whole arc, because Tails is the one who has confidence issues and was bullied as a kid because he's super smart and has two tails.
Yeah.
Like that was his whole thing, because he was so unusual. At least from what I remember, as far as Sonic
Right.
goes,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not like crazy in deep with it. So correct me if I'm wrong.
Oh no, you're right. You're right. Fully right. But Sonic he's always kind of been more very forward thinking. He doesn't care what other people think about him. He's a very cool guy. He's pretty relaxed. He's chill. He's always helping people. But this is just such a different Sonic in personality. He's kind of more of a wild card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one, truth be told, kind of feels like a kid who grew up on his own.
Right.
Like, if we're being real.
And again, nothing wrong with that. It just feels odd to put this take on Sonic.
Yeah.
Have him be more out of his element.
Yeah. So that basically leads to his discovery, because he has like depression, electricity outbursts. That's a thing.
When emotions get too high up.
Yeah. So, yeah, it plays into the whole depression aspect. So after that basically leads to his discovery, and that brings us into Jim Carrey Robotnik coming in.
The best character in the movie.
Jim Carrey plays Jim Carrey. I actually was surprised on how much Robotnik he was playing instead of Jim Carrey. But they let him have a few Jim Carrey scenes, so I know it's still him in there.
Oh yes, it's so Jim Carrey. It's as Jim Carrey as you can make it, and he does tap into the character of Eggman / Robotnik really well. I think he did really good job for what he was given. Like, I had my doubts originally, because I was like super worried that he was gonna have that generic villain flavor. You know what I'm talking about.
I really thought he was just gonna play Jim Carrey, and that was it.
Right, but he really does nail that at Robotnik, especially near the end. Of course, the post-credit scene where he starts looking like Eggman.
Yes, I love that transformation. It is really good.
Right, so I think he did really great. He was easily one of the best parts of this film. He nearly carried it, I'd say. Not fully, I'd say, because there were some scenes that I do think are pretty cool. But for the most part, he was easily one of the highlights.
If it was just Sonic and Eggman, this movie would be better.
Right. But of course,
I don't mind some of the human characters, but they feel kind of worthless in this situation.
Mm-hmm. And that's what we're going to get into, the humans. And that leads to Tom, his girl. I'm drawing a blank on her name. I think it's Maddie or something like that.
Yeah, I think it was Maddie.
Who doesn't come in until the last part of the movie.
Right, and that's another thing. She's barely even in the movie, so she especially feels like a very one-note character.
Whoa, she's an afterthought.
Right. But yeah, Tom the cop plays, oh my god, the stereotypical human that meets the wacky character. And it doesn't help the fact that he was in Hop, so he's done this before.
Honestly, though, when your claim to fame is Hop, bro, let's you might as well say you ain't never acted before.
Oh my god. Can't just blame that man like that. He was doing his best.
I don't. It was an unfortunate situation for him, but at the same time, let's not act like this is a movie worth talking about.
Right. Yeah. It's very average, I feel like. It's like he didn't give an Oscar-giving performance. It was very average in performance from a lot of the humans.
Mm-hmm. Hey, y'all, bear back.
All right, Conan's gonna. That was weird.
I feel like they knew what they were getting themselves into. This wasn't about the humans.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I feel like that would be more excusable if so much time wasn't put on them still. Like, because we still have, of course, the side plot of Tom, wanting to move to San Francisco. We still have, like, the whole road trip thing going on.
Mm.
I'm not gonna lie, the whole road trip thing kind of made it. I don't know how they really explain this. I feel like it kind of robbed us of like what a Sonic movie could have really been.
Facts.
Yeah.
Nothing
Yeah.
but facts. Because it felt like they dragged that out, especially when we get to like the bar fight. Like that could have easily been like something else. Something.
Hmm.
Was it
Could
made
have
to be
been.
set up for more Sonic movies? Well, the post-credits scenes were, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
You can
Set
make
up.
that.
Yeah. Sonic is growing into the character he's going to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like
And
that's what makes it a little more okay, because we know he might become the cocky hedgehog we all know and love. But at the same time, like, this is still Sonic's big cinematic debate that's probably going to be a lot of people's either return to seeing Sonic again or first time seeing Sonic. So that's why I stressed that he maybe should have been more in character, maybe.
I think I do think kids would find something to look into with this type of Sonic.
And I hate to admit it, but yeah, they did. Because in terms of my theater, they loved this movie. I was surprised by how many kids actually really liked it. Some of them even recognized, what's-his-face, Tails, which caught me off guard.
Well, I mean, to me, that didn't catch me off guard at all. I have like a little cousin who's actually like, he knows every single Sonic character. I can just show him some shit. And he even played like some games where I'm like, you played Sonic Unleashed? How?
Yeah, it surprised me how many people still care about Sonic, because especially with these recent times game-wise, which is a whole different story.
I do think some off topic from the movie, but I do think some of the Sonic hate is overblown.
It is a little, yeah, but
Yeah.
You all know me. I'm like a big negative Nancy with Sonic these days.
There's an easy way to fix it, but I don't think Sega's not doing much right now.
Oh no, if Sega used a little bit of brain power, they could solve this in like a day.
All right, you say this as if they have this.
Exactly. Yeah. But yeah, overall, I thought this movie was okay. It had some pretty good action. The action was all right. The characters were okay for the roles they did. Sonic was pretty cool. He had some cool moments. He was also kind of annoying in some moments. Like Conan, I don't know if he's still here, if he can type in the chat or what. But yeah, Sonic was a little annoying at some points in the movie, which I feel was kind of a turnoff at some points. Like a little too energetic, if you feel me. Like, Sonic is obviously energetic because that's his whole thing. He runs fast. But personality-wise, he has a chill element to him. He's not super overly active like a kid per se, despite the fact that he's like 15. He has more of a teenage attitude than a kid attitude.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm guessing they're... With this Sonic, it feels more like they're trying to go for preteen.
Right.
Than like regular teen.
Right. And that's probably why.
You could probably make the case like Sonic is probably like 10 years old.
Yeah.
I think
10 or 11.
I think they say his age in the movie. I forget, but he's not 15 yet. So
no.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I think
if I give him like 12, that'd be like perfect.
Right.
Like trying to find myself kind of character.
How old is he? I don't know. I think he's not 15 because that's what he is canonically in the games. But I know he's a little younger because we see him as a baby and then it's like a few years later from that, I think. So he's like gotta be like 11 or something. He's that Pokemon trainer age.
Yeah, bro. Gotta be the best like no one ever was.
That man's gonna cheat. He's just gonna run to every gym, steal the badges.
Oh,
speedrun strats.
But yeah, Sonic was an okay movie. I feel like it could have been a lot better, but it did what it needed to do. It was an okay movie. And sales-wise, it just defeated Detective Pikachu today, which also caught me off guard because I would have never thought in a million years Sonic would do financially crazy like that again.
Yeah.
Same.
I'm very excited for what the sequel brings in.
Of course, because that's going to guarantee us more characters, more lore, more of the things we would want to see, as nerds we are. I'm sure other people probably enjoyed the movie as it was, of course, but us, we obviously would have liked to see a little more, maybe. I can't speak for everyone, of course, but yeah.
I enjoyed the movie I got, and I just hope the sequel is in somehow better.
Yep.
Keep within character.
Yeah. Any impressions yourself, Andrew? Assuming you're in the chat still. I see you're still typing. All right. He never saw it. Okay. But yeah. Okay. Design was clean. So I guess before we move on, we're done with Sonic. Before we move on to our next few topics, I'm going to ask one last question for this review segment, and that would be, which movie do you think was better, Detective Pikachu or Sonic? And we're just going to go one at a time here. Alpha, assuming, because I guess, you probably have to see both. So
I feel like I have to see both, but I can give you an opinion on how I like which one I would personally feel like I enjoyed more.
Okay, well, we'll go with that. Alpha?
So, like I said, I haven't seen Detective Pikachu. I've seen the Sonic movie. But if I were to honestly pick, I think I'd say I would have enjoyed the Sonic movie more, just because the Sonic movie still fits more into my idea of what a Sonic movie is, and the Detective Pikachu movie, it's like it fits what I think a Pokemon world would be like, but it doesn't fit what I would want from a Pokemon.
That's fair.
I can see that.
What do you think, Mar?
Truth be told, like these two video game movies, they're in a weird state for me because, like, there's a big stigma around video game movies and that they suck. Like,
we're gonna get to that.
Right. The one I tend to remember is that it was a Final Fantasy video game movie. It wasn't Advent Children. It was The Spirits or something like that. I don't remember.
Oh,
exactly
yeah.
what the movie was called.
Spirits.
I forgot about that.
Right. Like that was like my first real video game movie that I ever saw, and it was on TV, bro.
Yeah.
Wait, which one?
I think it was Final Fantasy: The Spirits Within or something like that.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, it was to me, it wasn't like an awful movie, but I could totally see why people didn't like it. But what's it called? Coming in and actually seeing these two movies, and they're actually like okay movies. Like they're actually like good movies. Like, right. Spirits Within is considered an awful movie, and I'm like, I kind of get it. It's on Netflix, and we can suffer together. I don't think anyone's that.
Oh God, please no.
Jesus.
But honestly, as far as the point that I'm trying to make, the fact that the first two video game movies that are, I guess you could say, were argued to be taken seriously, and they actually came out decent. I want to say this is kind of showing the potential in, I guess, the perceived nerd culture of things.
Right. Video game movies are getting better. That's undeniable. We've come a long way from stuff like the first Mario movie and Mortal Kombat and all that. We're gonna get to that, trust me. But yeah,
we're gonna get to those.
There's even an essay that I was listening to the other day that was like, could you imagine a cinematic universe with all the Gundam movies?
Oh my God.
Like, it's a tangent, but what I was saying I say all that to say in that, 𝗨𝗏𝗮𝗄 is kind of like the same ordeal. From what I understand, 𝗨𝗏𝗮𝗄 was a manga, and I believe an OVA or a series or something like that.
It was his own series.
Right. I hadn't seen it at all or heard of it like it came out, and then everybody was saying, "Oh yeah, this show is fucking lit, dude." But anyways, it's on my list to watch. But the fact that movie came out and that was very well done and whatnot, I think it's really starting to show that there is money to be made in the things that people, care about. And there's a reason why people care so damn much about, the shows that they watch. It's a reason why people care so hard for Hero Academia. It's a reason why people care so much about One Piece. It's a reason why people care so much about fucking
Kingdom
Pokemon,
Hearts or whatever.
Legend of Zelda and stuff like, stuff
Oh
like that.
God.
So I say all that to say, like, if it's at least handled with care, then it's going to sell. So I mean, like, just have respect for the whatever it is.
Right. Because I'm pretty sure
whatever it is you're making.
Right, I'm pretty sure the Sonic movie would have like flopped if it kept the first design.
Yeah, honestly.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Sonic movie probably would have been like the worst movie ever created.
Oh God, man! All right.
Behind the Emoji Movie.
Oh my God! Don't even bring that up. But yeah, that was surprisingly deep, Mar. I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, bro.
All right. So how do I feel? I overall think Detective Pikachu was Andrew.
Absolutely not.
No. Not even emojis deserved that. Well, where was I? Oh, right. So Detective Pikachu, I think, was better. Like, I'm just going to keep it short and sweet. I think Detective Pikachu was a little better because I enjoyed seeing the live-action Pokemon. I enjoyed the crazy twists and turns that Detective Pikachu took me on. The Sonic movie was just average to me. It was okay, it was passable, and it was much better than I was expecting because, good Lord, I was expecting this movie to be terrible. But yeah,
Same.
right. So I'm going to pass it to Conan.
I think Detective Pikachu was better because to me, that wasn't Sonic. To me, that wasn't Eggman. It felt more like Colors Eggman, and I don't like Colors, so.
Oh,
And Jim
God.
Carrey, of course. And it had good action though. That's one thing it did better than Detective Pikachu.
Right. I feel
But
like Detective Pikachu just...
Pikachu, the story was like better to me.
Right. To be fair, Detective Pikachu didn't get as much opportunity for the action, I guess. And you already know most of that budget went into just putting the Pokemon on screen. So...
Yeah.
Yeah, so now we are at Savant. Well, Savant basically said his impression, but which do you think is better?
Oh, I can't say which one's better. I would have to watch Detective Pikachu. Like, I think that is like the only thing about me is I need to know why. I need to know what and why. I need to actually watch Detective Pikachu to give an honest opinion about it.
Okay,
Because
well...
if I did that right now, it would be Sonic because I have actually watched it and then I understand the reason why I like it, other than Detective Pikachu and all of its designs, which look really good, but I haven't seen it in motion.
That's all fair. And if you want, y'all can follow Nova, sorry, not Alpha, but Nova, and get your impressions on what he thinks in the future if he ever does watch it. All right, so
tweet anything.
That about covers those two major topics. So now we are pretty much just getting into our remaining topic, which is talking about upcoming video game movies. And of course, we're going to briefly touch on potential future video game movies that haven't been confirmed, I guess, and briefly mention past ones that have happened before. So let's go to our upcoming video game movie list. So the first one was actually a movie that could have potentially come out around this time and competed with Sonic. And that was the Super Mario Brothers movie that is being done by Illumination, the people who have done the Despicable Me movies. It's animated. It's not live action like the god-awful one we all know and love.
Yeah.
So
Mario and Luigi Mario.
Oh my God. So where do we even begin on this topic? I'm actually doing a separate video again on this because there's just so much.
Lord, please refrain my hand from slapping the people who make the toads and minions.
Oh my God.
I swear to God.
That's what's gonna happen. That's all that's gonna happen. If Illumination is doing it, I don't want to see it.
Again, like Illumination is a big a big red flag because they're not terrible, but we know how they do. We know how they do.
So it's like their animation is fine, but it's like how serious are they going to actually take them to making a Mario movie?
Right.
Bro, like, this
Not
is
to say,
gonna
like-
be
Mario-
straight up cash cows, but like they're just cashing in on the trend. We should go to the
Yeah.
next movie.
There's gonna be a baby Mario scene, and I'm gonna hate it.
Please, God. Don't do this to me. Oh, God. And the music, God. I remember Conan was mentioning this too. Like, what if they bring in like celebrities, the voice characters, and they're going to do the soundtrack too? And they're going to do like cringy celebrity remixes of Mario music?
Oh, if Charles Martinet isn't Mario, I'm not watching the movie.
Ariana Grande is gonna voice Peach.
Oh,
I don't
no.
care about any character.
So I know
If
y'all.
Charles-
So we're all ready for Mario, Luigi, and Peach to break into a song and dance in the middle.
That's another thing I don't want. Please don't make it a musical. I will cry.
Next, quit playing with yourself. You know that's what's funny.
Please. I can't take it. If they do that, I'm going to cry.
Yeah, no.
No, Andrew, you're going to have to pass those powers. I will destroy this movie myself. It's some musical.
Yeah, no.
The thing that is going to prevent a lot of those concerns, or maybe like at least tone them down, is the fact that Nintendo is having a close watch on this movie. We actually know that Nintendo is super close to this movie, and specifically, they have Shigeru Miyamoto as one of the creative directors, and he's also on the writing team, which is bizarre because we all know how Miyamoto feels about writing.
He
See,
doesn't write at all.
The thing with
All right,
Illumination
but wait.
is the fact that
You go.
what's it called? In multiple interviews, they've come out and said that they just want to make the movie as fast and cheaply as possible.
Right. Right.
A bad sign already.
Yeah, that's.
But keep in mind, that was when Illumination was formed. They've changed a bit over the years. Like, originally, the purpose of the studio was to make cheap movies. But let me pass it to Conan, because I know he was trying to say something.
What if Miyamoto is a Migos fan and he makes the Toad sing one of their songs?
Please.
I'm
No.
I'm gonna ignore that one.
This will be the coronavirus.
I'm playing that one inside of a box and throwing it in the ocean.
I'm actually just.
Don't make me bring up Cardi B Daisy again.
All right, you stop. You stop.
If it isn't called Super Mario Land, I don't want it. Don't bring her here.
Can't believe I'm gonna want to smash fucking Daisy.
Oh, pause. All right, let me be real though. I want my girl Daisy to make the movie. Like, that's another thing. I want the Mario movie to do this one thing over the Sonic movie. The Mario movie does have to use more of its characters because unlike Sonic, to where
100%.
Sonic is a very developed character, Eggman is a very animated and developed character. Mario himself is just like, that's the big
It's
question.
totally paper.
Yeah,
He's two-dimensional.
He's wood. He's wood. How is he going to carry a movie by himself? They have to bring in more characters.
You at least have to bring in
What
Luigi.
traits does Mario have?
Right.
He is headstrong and adventurous.
He's a
Main character that ever.
And that's why you need Luigi to actually bring him down to earth.
Exactly. And Luigi, they at least need him because his dynamic with his brother, I feel like, is one of the best elements of him. And that's what makes like stuff like the Mario and Luigi games good and the Paper Mario
they're gonna
games.
handle dialogue. I'm actually curious about that. They actually have? I mean, I'm pretty sure they are. How are they going to handle the actual dialogue in the movie?
Before I attempt to answer that, let me respond to Andrew's question. Andrew, that quote you said right there, that sounds like a Miyamoto quote.
What do you say?
Well, I mean, side characters are that, but so.
But yeah,
that's a real thing, but still.
Yeah, that sounds like a Miyamoto quote. But yeah, dialogue is going to be interesting. I think hearing characters like Peach, Bowser, and some of them talk is fine. Like they even talk. Some of them even talk in the main games. Yes, it's kind of weird they switch between how they talk, but I think those characters talking will be fine than what people think.
Have you guys not forgotten? Have you guys forgotten what studio this is?
Oh my god!
They made the Minion movie. The main characters say no real words.
Yeah.
At
They can't
all.
do it with just the Mario gibberish.
Yeah, so it's
I actually
possible.
haven't seen the Minion movie, so I wouldn't.
Yeah.
God.
See, the thing is, I accept all the Mario and Luigi just talking in gibberish while everyone else is kind of just
That's
talking actual
also a
words.
potential solution, but not really. Like I just feel like they can play around with more dialogue in this movie. But again, it's so uncertain. We got like Miyamoto here, we got Illumination over here. Like we don't know what the heck they're gonna do.
Yeah.
It's such an up in the air topic. It's like there's so many routes they can go with it. It's like, first off, what are we gonna do for the stories? Are gonna be the basic, Peach got kidnapped.
Oh, we already know that
It's gonna be.
Miyamoto
It's
is on the
probably-
movie. You already know it is gonna
I'm not
be.
gonna lie. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie. If they do that though, I would love if we just had like some hilarious ass interactions between Peach and Bowser and shit. That actually would make my
That
day.
made me happy.
That would make the movie.
Speaking of Bowser, I bet the Dwayne The Rock Johnson's gonna play Bowser.
Please.
All right.
I bet you.
He's already
Yo.
Knuckles. Calm down. He can't be on two movies at once.
I don't want to talk about this anymore. We're done with this movie.
And that's another thing. Miyamoto might also hold back the character roster because we know how much he only likes characters from the first few games.
Y'all ready for Danny DeVito to be more?
Oh,
Oh, God.
yo, Danny as Toad.
Oh my! This is another castle.
But yeah, there's a million directions they could go in with this movie. That could be a discussion in itself, honestly.
Like we need way more info for this.
Right. We'll come back to it for sure when we get the first trailer. The first trailer is going to tell us a lot. It's going to be a journey.
If I don't see Charles Marnando's credits, I swear to
No, it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be weird if they don't use our normal Mario model. He has stretched out and like Mario.
Oh God.
I will say this, though. I have a prediction for how the movie will turn out. And I'm going to say this in my upcoming video on it, too. I think the Mario movie will end up in the same tier, possibly, as Sonic. It will overall maybe be average, and it will come out to somewhat mixed reception, but overall just be okay.
Okay.
I can see that.
And I feel like a big factor that will be the fact that they will use only so many characters. They will go with the traditional Peach gets kidnapped plot, like all that stuff. It's just we don't know the factors such as what genre will this movie go for, what dialogue will it be, stuff like that. Oh God, if Mario ends like Sonic. Obviously, it won't end up like as weird as Sonic was in a lot of ways because it's animated, but yeah.
Yeah.
But that's Mario. We spent a lot of time on that alone. All right, so let's go to the next one. So the next one is there's a Five Nights at Freddy's movie that's been in development hell for...
All right, you ain't about to sit up here and tell me this movie wouldn't play if Jordan Peele directed this.
Oh, it would. It would.
That's real.
That's the problem, though. He's not directly on it, but they do have some people who worked on Get Out on it, from what I hear.
See, I'm not gonna lie. When I heard about this movie, there's like two things I could. Wait, come on.
So what happened? Oh, Mike Alpha cut out.
Oh no! I'm here. I heard Conan say something. I was just trying to.
Oh no, I'm waiting for you.
Oh, okay, but what I was saying was when I heard about the Five Nights at Freddy's movies, there was like a feel of like because it's Five Nights at Freddy's. It's like, but I'm not gonna lie. I had a friend actually discuss with me like some like interesting ways they can do the movie. They can do the basic route where the actual game where you fucking arcade or whatever. Or someone said, because you know how Five Nights at Freddy's has this like deep lore about this stuff.
That's what I feel is
or
going to
whatever.
make the movie, how they portray the
Yeah.
lore. Because the actual gameplay
Yeah, how they portray the
element
lore.
is mediocre. Because it's pretty much just, a typical monster movie at that point. We got haunted animatronics coming to life and just chasing after you. That's standard horror movie stuff. But the lore is what I'm really interested to see. Yeah.
Yeah. What I was gonna say was
How are they going to do the jump scares?
Oh God!
See, the only thing I want from this movie is I want this movie to be gruesome as possible. I want to see a man get stuffed into the suit.
Yeah.
I want to see his eyeballs pop out from the suit head.
Oh God!
In the game, I want to see.
Hell no, Andrew. This man said it's still a kids movie. Hell no, kids die.
What was I gonna say?
Kids in the theater are attacked by animatronics.
87, where a kid got the front of her face bit off, bro.
See, that's what I want, but I know the movie isn't going to be that.
Nah, but what I was going to say was,
I want to see an 8-year-old girl lose the fucking front of her head, bro.
Fuck is wrong with mine? But no, I actually had like one of my friends. We were having this conversation. We said it'd be cool if what if instead of the basic like gameplay where you're a worker inside the store, what if they had like a detective actually trying to figure out what's going on with the store, like what's causing all this?
That could work too, for sure.
I was thinking that would actually be a like really interesting story. And to me personally, I'd be like, all right, that'd be way better than I'm just this employee in this fucking place for these animatronics are trying to kill me.
I can get on board with that.
I'm also interested in how Freddy and Co are gonna look.
How do you end the movie though?
That's a good question.
It's like in the games, you don't really kill them.
Yeah, it never ends in the freaking games. It never ends.
I mean, it does in one of them. But
main guy just
they
dies.
try, but
I think like in Five Nights at Freddy's 6 or whatever.
Yeah, it's
didn't
weird.
They, like, set the animatronics on fire.
I want to see a 8-year-old bitch get her face bit off.
This man.
You just hear Mar at the background. What the fuck? Someone's gonna be watching the movie. The movie's gonna end. Why didn't that bitch get her face bit off? Just gonna be in the movie theater, like, what the fuck? He's gonna be like, I ain't seen no man get stuffed in no fucking animatronic. What is this?
God. All right, but we got to move on from Freddy. It's going to be an interesting movie. I predict, though, what's going to hurt it is that it's obviously not the peak of FNAF anymore. So it's going to be like the Slender Man movie, but not as bad as that.
I forgot that movie existed. I forgot that movie existed. What the fuck?
You didn't need to know about that movie. In fact, everyone who has watched the Slender Man movie, go watch Marble Hornets. It's way better. Marble Hornets is GOAT.
All right.
Moving on.
So we're just going to briefly talk about this one because this one I think is close to cancellation. Or I don't know what's happening with this one. But there's a Minecraft movie in development. And it's live action, which is bizarre.
To me, that actually has, I'm not going to lie to me, that has like a lot of potential.
It does, but I feel like what hurts it is the fact that it's live action because Minecraft's blocky look is a big part of its identity. And to go to just live action is just going to take away a lot of that charm.
Yeah, no, it's going to be weird if you... It really depends to me. Like, if you have you just had like the blocky world with just like a normal ass person.
No.
Oh,
but
God, no.
That still would be really weird.
Yeah,
we're talking about it in terms of being in that world. Now, what I'm thinking is that we're actually just looking at kids playing the game.
Oh God, no.
That's gonna be a whole
bro. It's about to be Tom Holland as Steve, bro.
And we're about to bring that man up later.
That boy's about to be in everything.
With his dirt fucking hobbles.
Man's about to enter a building competition.
Bro, the movie's about to be a Let's Play. Let's go.
What the fuck?
Oh, yeah. The Minecraft movie where the kid has to find all the pedophiles and rat them out.
Oh my god. But we're gonna move on from that. There's not much known about that at all. But all I know is it's just weird to not doing that one animated because I just feel like that one would lend itself better.
Just play Minecraft Story.
Oh god.
Hey, don't play that game.
No, I'm just messing around. That shit's trash.
Hey, don't play that game.
All right, and now we're on. What are we on? Okay, live action Mega Man. That's the next thing. Now, this movie actually almost died. This movie almost died because if you didn't know, this movie was being made by Fox. The problem is the Disney-Fox merge happened. And that nearly killed this movie, but apparently it's still alive.
I can't believe Mega Man's coming to fucking Kingdom Hearts. It's crazy.
I would be so down for a Mega Man world. You don't understand.
God.
Hey, if Dr. Light isn't played by Bill Nye the Science Guy, I'm gonna be mad.
Be careful, so Mega Man.
In
Dr.
terms
Wily
of...
is going to be played by Ryan.
Oh, God.
Played by Ryan Reynolds?
No.
That man not old enough for that.
We can make him old.
That's
We made him black enough. We can make him old enough.
Exactly.
God. In terms of live action, obviously the big thing I'm going to reference is the fan film. That's like a big thing.
Don't do that.
So,
don't touch it.
I feel like
don't
I'm
look at its general direction.
Core Studios?
Yeah,
what we're talking about?
Yeah, Blue Core Studios.
Hey, that film was GOAT, bro. They put a light bulb in Mega Man's chest and he started working.
Man.
I'm ignoring everything. I'm ignoring the knuckles with 5 fingers.
You're the
Get away.
But yeah, that's a big reference to how it could possibly turn out, basically like that, except with a bigger budget. All right, so we have Mortal Kombat. Does anyone even care about Mortal Kombat? I honestly just...
I somewhat care.
I just want the actor for Shang Tsung to be in there. That's all I care about.
Your soul is mine.
Soul is mine.
Oh my god. Now, has anyone ever seen this one show called Into the Badlands?
Nope.
Nah, okay, so this is just the briefest thing I'm just gonna say. If they do the action like that, that movie is gonna be fire. That's all I'm saying.
There's actually, and a big distinguish I want to make with Mortal Kombat, there's actually an animated one that's about to come out, and then, yeah, the live action one is still a thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's all I'll say on that. It'll be cool to see Mortal Kombat get a new movie. I'm curious are they really going to go crazy with the gore? Because that's going to be so...
No, I'm telling you, if they do it like Into the Badlands, it's lit.
Yeah, but I feel like if they really go with the game level of gore, it's going to be controversy again. For sure.
Dude, that's gonna be...
I don't think they care enough.
You know, these parents and their stupid parents.
Like there's a rating.
Well, not the parents, but like the people making the movie.
No, I'm saying the parents are stupid because you know they're going to bring their 5-year-old to see this movie somehow.
Oh yeah.
True.
I want to watch the Mortal Kombat movie. Liu Kang immediately punches off Scorpion's head.
On a side note, the director said that he wants it to be like super faithful, so it might have like
Lord.
super glory.
Oh boy.
Which is fine.
Yeah. No,
Like,
honestly, the thing is, for a movie like that, it's more for the fans. It shouldn't, like, even if there's gonna be stupid parents, they should do it to like as true to the actual thing as possible.
I mean, to be fair though, all of these movies are for the fans.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Well, hopefully the next one we're about to talk about. Well, not the very next one, but the next one. But we'll get to that in a sec. Yeah.
Also, he said that it's gonna be a Mortal Kombat cinematic universe, so it's
That's
gonna be like
weird.
a bunch of spin-offs and stuff
That's not really
to
weird.
build
I
up
can
all
actually
the
see it.
characters.
I don't know Mortal Kombat much, so I don't know how they can expand that. But yeah, that's interesting.
I mean, they basically have all the story in their storyboards now, so
Now, speaking of a crazy movie universe, though, that gets us to the next one. There is still a Metal Gear Solid movie in the works. It's in development hell, but it,
Never heard of it.
What do you mean? Metal Gear Solid 4 is the movie.
Oh,
Have you not played that game?
what do you mean,
What's his name, like Silent or
Savan?
something?
What do you mean the whole series is the movie?
That's her movie. Wait, is the girl named Silent or Quiet? It's one of those.
Quiet.
Yeah, that's her movie. That's all people posted.
Wait, quiet. Ain't that the bad chick from freaking 5?
Yeah, it's from 5.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, 4 has hours of cutscenes.
But yeah, Metal Gear Solid is getting a movie. We don't know how the heck that's going to turn out. I hear Kojima actually does have some hand in it, so we know it's going to be pretty wild.
Yeah, that man's crazy. I love him. This movie will be good.
Senator Armstrong is in the movie. It's all fine.
Oh my god.
Throw a grenade in his tank.
All I know is that movie's going to be a wild ride if it eventually does happen. So we're moving on to our next one, and that is the live-action Monster Hunter movie. Now, there's actually some teasers and posters and stuff out for this one, so we do have a look at this one.
Looks like ass.
Yep.
Does Monster Hunter have a story in the game?
Not
No.
really.
no, but the thing is, they can just make one. The whole thing is all the people are like, they're just like, their job is to hunt the monsters and do research on them. And most of the time, there's like this big monster that they have to. I don't know if you want to get up this. There's usually this big monster that's like, oh, this is fucking up the environment. We have to do something about it.
Right.
So they can just.
I feel like this Monster Hunter movie is going to have the problem that a lot of movies have, and that's the fact that it's not a self-contained world about monsters that dominate the world. It's the fact that there's going to be like some portal stuff going on, like, oh, we're going to go to the Monster Hunter world, but we're actually in the real world where it's boring. And the worst part is, they have the chick from the Resident Evil movies, which, oh god.
Which is hilarious.
So that's gonna be
those
fun.
Movies are hilarious.
They're like so bad.
No, they're so bad they're good. You seen the action scenes? It's
Yes.
so funny.
Yes.
Just that throughout the whole movie.
God, that's gonna be a trip. I think they're also rebooting the Resident Evil movies too, now that they're done with the stupid series that they've had going for so long. But yeah, that's
good because those movies suck. But like, also, those action set pieces are hilarious.
Yeah, I feel like Monster Hunter.
I wouldn't trade it for the world.
Right. I feel like Monster Hunter definitely has the potential for a movie because basically you can just have a story where people are dealing with monsters and they got to fight the monsters, and that pretty much writes itself. But it's just weird how they're going to go about it. Also, apparently, there's still like modern weaponry and stuff, and it's weird.
No, so the thing about Monster Hunter is like the weapons are like they have swords, but they also have guns and shit.
They have like crossbows and guns and stuff. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's more fantasy like though.
Yeah. It's like, because they have like a fucking T-Rex with wings that can breathe fire and shit. So
Right. I say that because
monsters dropping mixtapes.
I say that because the first impression of this movie was horrible because they posted one screenshot and it was literally like it looked like a freaking World War II movie.
No, honestly, they can, if they do the like more on the fantasy aspect, it can be a great movie, honestly.
Right. All right, and for our final part of the upcoming video game movie thing, we're going to talk about the Sony movies, and there are a few Sony movies planned.
All right. I got shit to say.
Here we go.
Tell them. Give it to him.
I got shit
I
to
got
say.
shit to say.
All right, because I'm not gonna lie. I see where it says The Last of Us. I see it says Uncharted. Nah, fuck that. I look at that canceled Sly movie and I get pissed the fuck off.
Oh God!
One more time for the ones in the back.
I look at that canceled Sly movie and I get pissed the fuck off.
Hey,
Do you know how trash it is to be a Sly Cooper fan? We get 4 great games. Listen to me, 4 great games. And after we get those 4 great games, we get left with a cliffhanger. This dumbass cliffhanger. I'm going to fucking spoil it. That the main creator gets sent back in time and no one knows where the fuck he is. And now we're just stuck in that forever. We're never going to know what the hell happened to him. Because you know what? The game company who made it got disbanded into some other shit that I don't even want to get into. And there's no chance that we're ever going to get a sequel. And it fucking pisses me off to this day. All right, I'm done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Yeah, and that trailer for the canceled Sly movie looked really good too.
It looks so fucking good. Oh my God.
I hate everything about Hollywood.
Oh God!
I mean, when I look at these Sony movies, if I'm being 100%, The Last of Us and Uncharted are already movies.
Oh, we already know.
Facts.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's facts. That's facts.
But good movies. Good movies.
Good, no, I'm not even shitting on them. Good movies, but they're already
Movies. They're movies.
You know, the canceled Sly movie, bro. We being 100%, bro. Missed potential.
We were robbed. We were fucking robbed.
Rob, yeah.
Honestly, it's bad to be if you're a PS2 fan. Let's be 100%. Let's be 100%.
Oh, yes.
Let's think about the games that PS2 had that had the potential to be good movies. All right, Jack and Daxter, bro.
Oh my fucking God.
Not Kingdom Hearts.
Honestly, not Kingdom Hearts.
Not Kingdom Hearts.
And
Not
that's
Kingdom Hearts. I don't want that.
oh, we're gonna get to Kingdom Hearts.
Never.
We would need like
I'll
5
take it. I'll take-
movies.
I'll take a Jack and Daxter movie. I'll take a Ratchet and Clank movie, bro. Like I'll take
Spyro.
I'll take a
Crash
Spyro
Bandicoot.
I like a Spyro movie.
God, a Crash movie would be so weird.
a Crash movie would be
Bro,
like,
that is like
What?
memes on memes.
Yeah.
And funny you bring up Spyro. He had a canceled movie as well.
he had a
Real?
movie?
Canceled movie.
What the
Cancel
fuck?
movie? Damn.
You can research it yourself, but basically there was a Spyro movie planned, but it was going to be based on the Legend of Spyro games.
My
That's
nigga.
why I got canceled. That's why I got
PlayStation.
canceled.
My,
There it is
my,
right
my,
there.
my nigga, PlayStation fans is going out sad.
In terms of y'all movies, yeah.
Can we go back to Crash though? Like Illumination, they're making Mario, but they should be making Crash. Like that's their type of
To
character.
be honest,
That's facts. That would be the like if Illumination was making a Crash movie, wouldn't even bat an eye. Wouldn't even bat an eye.
That honestly fits Crash. Like if Crash broke out and started singing and dancing, honestly, who would question that?
Who
Yeah,
would
Cortex is
care
yellow like the
is
Minions, too.
question. Who would care is the question.
Mm.
Nobody.
Like, let's be real. Who would this offend? There is no such thing as a hardcore Crash Bandicoot fan.
Oh God.
Jeremiah.
Uh-oh.
There's no
Murder in
such
the
thing.
comments.
There's no such thing as a hardcore Crash Bandicoot fan. I'm not saying that to diminish the impact Crash had or the
No,
people
Crash
that
is
love
a good
Bandicoot.
thing. It's
But
cool, but
no
there's
one
no
is wa-
fucking who's like.
No
There's
one
no
is
dude.
walking around
Bro.
saying like, bro, Crash Bandicoot the best game that was ever made. No one is walking
never
around
mind,
saying
never mind.
that. No one is walking around saying that.
Mar,
Anybody who says
you're gonna
that-
get sniped by Conan's friend.
Hey, he can.
Nah, he's not that big of a
me all
fan.
he
He's
wants,
a
bro.
big fan though.
Yeah.
I don't think he thinks it's the best game.
Like,
Ever
no
actually
one,
heard
is,
that.
no one is walking. That's what I'm saying. No one is walking around. No one exists that is walking around right now that is finna get offended that Illumination is making a Crash movie. If it sucks, it sucks. If it's good, it's good. But no one will really care.
Oh God. I didn't realize it was down like that.
Nah, when you really think about it, he's right though. It's like who the fuck
Like,
cares?
let's be 100% Trill, bro. 100%. You know, Spyro would get more traction than Crash would.
That's facts.
Because there's hardcore Spyro fans, but it's no hardcore Crash fans.
God, you're giving me Skylanders
true.
flashbacks.
I was just about to say that. Everybody was roasting Skylanders.
Bro,
Well, that's because Skylanders looks bad.
it also
Any
wasn't a
of them were
Spyro game, and it was
well-designed?
marketed as a Spyro game.
Yeah.
Now, I want to
If any
back
of those
up.
characters were well designed, it would be fine.
I want to back up to The Last of Us and Uncharted, though, because with The Last of Us, Andrew here just posted this update here where he talks about how it's actually become a TV series.
Yeah.
So there's that. Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty sick.
Yeah, they're making The Last of Us a TV series. You know, one of the things that was like stupid, there was a debate on Twitter. They were talking about the movie. The director who's making it said, "We promised to keep Ellie gay," and everybody was like, "Who cares?"
Oh, God.
Who cares?
Oh, God.
Everyone that matters in the game is dead anyway. Who cares?
Oh, man. We're not even gonna get into all that, please.
So what he basically confirmed to me was that Ellie's girlfriend is gonna die
Oh,
Pretty
God.
much, yeah.
within the first hour of the second game.
Yeah. If we're being 100% trill, though, like, if we're being 100% trill, was anyone really like, oh my God, when Ellie the girl?
No.
Like, was that really so out of left field?
Oh, God.
No.
Andrew, this man's comment. Now I'm getting Jessica Jones flashbacks. Y'all giving me all kinds of PTSD tonight.
Wait,
No.
The Last of Us was the one with the 30-minute gay scene?
No.
No. No, and don't say what the real one was, because again, no spoilers for that.
I've been hearing stuff, and I'm like, bro, what is everyone?
We ain't even going to touch that.
Tell me
Wait, what
after
is
the
that
podcast.
one?
A, spoilers.
Yeah.
me after
B,
the podcast.
don't even do it.
Tell me after the podcast.
Okay.
He's actually
Yeah, Sam. I'm kind of curious.
I have no idea what that is about.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, but yeah.
Anyways, moving on.
Oh yeah, and then Uncharted is Tom Holland. So,
Uncharted is already a movie.
Oh
the game
boy,
is
Tom Holland.
but that's so weird
It's an
though.
actual
Tom
movie.
Holland looks nothing like Nathan Drake.
Oh, is he actually Nathan Drake?
Like,
He's actually like for real?
like what are they gonna do? Put a beard on this man?
No,
Hey,
it's a story like based on how he became Nathan Drake.
Right.
He's a
That's
young
what I'm
one.
hearing. That's what I'm hearing.
Oh no. I can totally see that. I can 100%
I mean,
see
that
that thing.
Okay.
they made Ryan Reynolds kind of black for Detective Pikachu.
Why is this a thing?
Come on.
Telling you, Detective Eevee.
Hey. Anyway, but yeah, and then another Tomb Raider reboot.
Oh yeah, so
We get
Wait,
those
what?
consistently as we get games.
right. There's a bunch of Tomb Raider movies. There was one that came out a few years back. I didn't even see that one, so I got nothing to say. And that one
was
is
pretty
getting
good,
a
to be
sequel.
honest.
Oh, it was?
Yeah, I liked it.
That was surprising to hear.
I mean, like,
I have
if
watched
you prefer
none of
the Angelina Jolie ones or whoever it was, you'll probably not like the new one. But I didn't see the old one.
Right. As far as I know, I'm not the biggest Tomb Raider guy, so I can't really say.
Why are we having the Uncharted and Tomb Raider movie? They're the same series.
Oh my god.
I mean, if we're being real, he's not wrong.
We're being 100%.
Just the male and
All of
female
you
versions.
guys like the same series.
All right, and we have pretty much touched on our upcoming video game movies topic. We touched on our review topics. So that is it, my friends. We do have, of course, some time left. We have a little more time left. So now our next topic is talking about video game movies either we would want to personally see or TV shows or whatever. So this is kind of a freelance kind of topic that we're going to have here. So I'm going to I guess we can go in order and just talk about it from there. Everyone can like have a pick or two. So let's do that. So I'm going to start from
You
the
already know
bottom.
the first one we want.
Oh boy. But let's start from the bottom this time. So Savan, Name
All right.
a video game franchise that you would want to see into a TV show or movie, and describe how you would want it exactly done.
Wait.
All
If
right.
he doesn't say what I think he's gonna say, this isn't Savan.
Here we go. Here we go.
The thing is, what I want and what I feel should happen are two different things. What I feel should have happened by now was a Zelda movie, because all those fake trailers are really good for no reason. What I do want is fucking 𝗪𝗏𝗧 movie.
Hey, there it goes.
There we go.
All right, it's Tim.
All right, and all you had to do, use the designs you used for Medusa's Revenge, that short 𝗪𝗏𝗧 movie they put on the 3DS. That's all you had to do.
And for tone, literally just look at Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah. Literally, the first movie is original 𝗪𝗏𝗧. Add all the dialogue from Uprising, you're good. And then after that, you get a two-parter with Uprising, one with Medusa, one with Hades.
Pretty much. A 𝗪𝗏𝗧 movie has crazy potential, but nah, I want an anime for that. I want a 𝗪𝗏𝗧 anime so bad, because I feel like having daily adventures of just Pit and his
In Palutena.
his kind of friends doing stupid stuff would just be beautiful.
Pit's family.
That's the Smash Bros. Art style from the reveal trailer.
The people who do the anime shorts, yeah.
Yeah.
This man, Andrew, don't do these things to me.
Beach episode. No one's ready for Palutena in the beach episode.
I wasn't ready for the freaking cooking episode.
Nah, that's when Ace is gonna come out of nowhere and be like, "Where's Verity?"
My girl Reedy just out here.
God. But I'm ready, so ready. Now, let's go to Zelda. Now, Zelda, of course, is a big one, because if there's any Nintendo series that's likely to get a movie besides Mario, it's definitely Zelda. And a lot of people have wanted a Zelda movie for ages. There's all sorts of fan stuff on the internet for that.
Zelda, truth be told, is one of the series that Nintendo has potential for a movie.
Oh, for sure. For sure. The problem is figuring out how, not necessarily how to do it, because I think they can do it well, even if Link doesn't talk. Even if Link does not talk, they can still do it, because the other characters have enough life. The problem is, what freaking, Zelda do we do? What timeline?
Yeah.
What story?
I feel like we would have to start in Ocarina. Fuck me, I want
Nah, I'm not gonna lie to you. They're gonna
Oracle Seasons or Ages.
Nah, they're just gonna fuck with your timeline and just make a whole new Zelda, just brand new.
You know what? I'd be down with that.
Yeah, if they do a new story, that's also fine, and just loosely take things from the iconic Zelda games. That's also fine. I just feel like it's just gonna be so weird if they mix mash stuff. It's gonna be complicated. Especially for those who played the games. But then again, we already know how the game story is right now, so yeah, it's not any. Oh, right,
Shit.
yeah, and it also has potential for a series, not just an anime, but a live-action one, too.
Well, excuse me,
Uh-oh.
princess.
Conan, do you have something to say?
Like Zac Efron or Tom Holland as Link, I'm gonna be mad.
It's gonna be Jesse McCartney. Quit playing with yourself.
Oh, hell no.
Hey, don't disrespect him. Ain't that Roxas? Yeah, don't
That's my boy
disrespect him.
He can stay as the voice of Roxas. He's not Roxas though.
Nah. If they got Jesse McCartney to play live action Roxas, I'd be pissed if we're being.
Nah.
Got it.
Who's the voice for Riku? Who's the voice for Riku?
Oh God!
Getting the voice for Zack and Cody to be Link.
No.
Okay, let's just say it now. Any Disney actor banned. Get them out of here.
I don't know, bro.
If I see Miley Cyrus as Zelda, gone.
Oh,
Nah, you're gonna see who's Selena Gomez Zelda.
Oh my god.
Nah, you don't have
Michael Bay's gonna direct the movie.
Nah. Who's that girl? Who's that girl who played Sam from iCarly? That's gonna be your Zelda right there.
No.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
I'll take that.
See,
I'll take
I
it.
I love how Conan and Mar are just men of culture. I just love how you guys are men of culture.
Immediately was just like, yeah.
Let's not be like, bro. You ain't gonna sit up here and tell me that in the right outfit she doesn't look like Zelda already.
Oh my god.
Zelda McCurdy looks like an elf.
No. Zelda defeated Ganondorf with the Buttersock.
All right, but Mr. Mosby is Ganon.
No.
Savon, you gotta mess. Savon, you gotta mix
pick
up.
the darkest person that you can think of.
Oh my god, my looks.
Nah, Savon got it messed up. I know y'all see Sweet Life on Deck. Kirby though. Come on now.
He's big Ganon.
Please no. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay.
Nah, wait, we're all tripping. We all know The Rock is gonna be Ganon.
Facts.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Facts. They're gonna get like they're gonna think, all right, we need a tall boy for this, man. The Rock's standing right there.
You know The Rock is gonna be so cartoonish as Ganon, bro.
Yeah, he's gonna be weird.
He's gonna be the Fast and Furious Rock.
The anime one. Oh,
Andrew,
okay.
his nose isn't big enough.
That's crazy.
Oh my god. But yeah, Zelda series has all sorts of potential. I would love to see something like that Majora's Mask short that's very famous on the YouTube. Like, I want something like that. That's so good.
Oh yeah.
All right, hold on. I need to go back. To the live action one. Why did I imagine The Rock just floating up?
God.
Floating through the air?
Almost choked on my milkshake. What the fuck? Almost choked on this milkshake. What the fuck?
Okay, I need to breathe for a minute. Whew. For real. All right, we need to take 5. I'm dying.
Oh shit.
All right, Zelda, we're done. We're done with Zelda. I can't take it. Okay. God, that shit is so funny. I can't.
Alright, we started because the nigga hungry.
Right. Yeah. All right. So I guess I'll just briefly say something real quick. Anything Earthbound, please. I'll take like a TV series, even like a movie. A movie would be hard to do because Earthbound has a lot, and even other games like Mother 3 and Mother 1. There's just so much weirdness, and 2 to 3, even like 3 hours is like not enough to like cover all the weirdness.
Yeah.
Just have the dudes that made Stranger Things make it.
Facts. Facts.
Probably. If you want the live action one.
But yeah, anything Earthbound would be cool for me. There's no other series I'd want as a show per se, but I'm always interested to see how they do these movies. Like, I just want more of these video games in general to get movies, like anything. Like, I want to see a Metroid or Star Fox or Kirby. Oh God, Kirby.
Give me a Metroid series or movie.
God.
Oh shoot.
Give me that.
I'm scared for the Metroid movie though. You already know Brie Larson.
That's just gonna be better. It's gonna be better Star Wars.
Yep.
Better Star Wars.
No. I just imagined the best one. You know just make Metroid in the style of the 2D Clone Wars one.
Oh, calm down.
No,
Ooh.
no one talks. Samus doesn't talk. It's all action.
That's
so clean.
That's clean. Honestly,
Calm.
I will say this. I don't mind Samus talking as much as some other people. I just think the way she talked in other M was bad.
The baby.
What's it called? Samus gonna end up fighting General Grievous, bro.
Oh, God.
I don't think anyone's gonna be ready for that shit.
Andrew, no!
What did Andrew put? What the fuck?
Please, God.
What the fuck?
All right, we're done. We're done.
Yeah, we're gonna have to end off here because Andrew's gonna kill us. Let's go. Let's quickly just go over to everyone else. Mar, what do you want?
I already said it, bro. I want that on a Metroid movie or series, something like that.
Okay, that's cool. That's clean.
That's all I care about.
Yeah, in general, I just want to see. I want to see anything and how it will turn out. Basically, like there's so much potential for all these new types of movies and stuff. I guess now we're on Alpha. So, wait, I skipped Andrew. So, Andrew, I'm pretty sure Zelda was a big one he wanted to say, but like I said, we're done with Zelda, especially with that picture. We're done with we're done with Zelda. My God! All right, Andrew. Anything else? I guess you would like to see. He'll say he'll talk about it briefly in a sec. While we're waiting on him to type that, Alpha, what about you?
Okay, so for me, there's two games. I'm just letting y'all know they're both. I'm pretty sure I'm the only one who really played them. One is Gravity Rush.
Gravity Rush.
Right.
I would fucking love a Gravity Rush like movie or show. Like,
that has crazy anime potential for sure.
It has crazy fucking potential. It doesn't make any sense. And the other one, y'all don't drag me for this. Destiny.
Destiny? I don't know enough
I'm roasting your ass right now.
Nah.
If you don't take your incomplete game ass out of here.
Come on.
If you don't take your $80 for DLC ass out of here. But Destiny has good potential.
No, Destiny has like amazing potential. Even like with some like every single weapon has lore, every single armor piece has lore. So they can even take one armor piece and do a whole fucking thing on that.
Yeah.
I could kind of see it hitting the same notes as Warhammer 40K, low key, but all the same, it wouldn't be as dark.
Right.
That'd be cool.
Right.
That'd be cool.
All right. Now, before I start reading Andrew's thing, so we can talk more about, I hate to say it, but we got to talk about Zelda again. But before I get to that, I'm going to briefly mention the Kirby movie possibility, because that's just so funny to me. Like, we were talking about this in the Kirby Hell group on Facebook. Like, how would they do a live action Kirby? Like, even if they do an animated one, the most obvious thing they can look towards is the anime, because Kirby's already had anime. By the way, I want an anime reboot so bad. So bad.
I want a Milky Way Wishes anime.
Like just the new anime in general. Like fix some of the things up from Right Back at You for sure, but just the potential with the new lore and stuff is crazy. Like it's crazy potential. The movie though, yikes, yikes. Because I feel like the movie in a nutshell would be like Nightmare will be the villain. He'll be ugly and CGI and horrible. Some of the other characters will make cameos. Adeline will be the generic human character, and she'll be played by like a real person. That's who they can get a Disney Channel girl for, because that's fitting for who Adeline is.
Yeah, that's like a Disney Channel original movie thing.
For sure.
So TV movies.
But like then you get into like the weird characters like freaking DDD and Gooey and any dark matter monster. Imagine live action 02.
Oh no. I'm going the other direction.
God. Yeah.
You just said that. I just thought about live action Nier Automata, and I'm just like, who the fuck is gonna play 2B?
No one has that type of ass.
Facts.
I'm
Facts.
saying it right now. Everyone to hear.
Savon, I'm just letting you know right now for you because we're just gonna have Scarlett Johansson play.
There's just no one who can like. If you get that role, boy.
Fucking Andrew.
Larson got it.
I'm gonna at least need you to do some training in the gym. You feel me? Some squats or something.
Sorry, Andrew, calm the fuck down.
All right, so we're gonna end this off by reading Andrew's piece on a potential. We're gonna end this off by reading Andrew's piece on a Zelda movie. So I'll talk about how they'll do a Zelda anime story-wise briefly. I think they'll place it in Ocarina of Time somewhere, of course, because that's pretty much the most well-known Zelda. Like that makes sense.
Yeah. Okay.
Like if they do a general movie, I feel like that's what they're gonna pull from the most because, yeah. Or it's somewhere non-specific but implied in the timeline. Now they can't go about making this movie canon because we don't want that.
They just might.
Nah, they're gonna make it canon.
Nah, please, God, no. The timeline can't take much more.
They finna hit you with that persona where every single thing is canon, even the dancing.
What? The dancing games are canon?
Nux, you didn't know.
Dancing game is canon.
Yeah, Nux, you didn't know. So apparently Atlas said that every single spin-off game is actually canon to the story. Matter what. So in Persona 3, where the main character, look, I'm just gonna say spoilers right now, where the main character fucking died. He's just, he's just dancing and he's just perfectly fine with everybody.
Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah. And it will most
P4 is hilarious.
I'm reading Andrew's thing, and it will mostly just be random episodes. Yeah. They'll probably have a random structure to it if they do a TV series. Because there's no way it'll be hard to do a continuous storyline too. No way. Because like you can't just have Link exploring dungeons the whole series. And just even like something like a Breath of the Wild inspired series or movie, that especially with the lack of story there, is like you got to have some substance to it. Yeah. Now let me read what he has down here. Also, I think they don't care about changing Ocarina of Time's plot really, but they will still want people to think the game is like the real Ocarina of Time somehow. I have a feeling that's what they'll do. In general, I feel like with these Nintendo movies, assuming they don't go the Detective Pikachu route where they do something bizarre and different, I feel like they will stick to their guns with the games. Like that's what I feel this Mario movie is going to do. It's going to be very average. It's going to stick to a lot of its iconic roots so that it can be recognizable.
God, I wish it was a Mario movie, but it's okay. I'll never attain happiness again.
All right, but we are almost wrapped up here. We pretty much touched on anything. I guess final thoughts. How do y'all feel about this overall topic and the future of video game movies? I know Mar gave a super deep thing about it, which is pretty much how I feel. Like I feel like it's definitely getting better. They're definitely listening to more fans, and it can only go up from here, hopefully. Like, there's still some bombs, of course, like the Assassin's Creed movie and all that stuff. But yeah.
Too much faith.
Too much faith.
Don't have too much.
Oh,
yeah.
Andrew says, if they do something Breath of the Wild type, I think they'll have morals or lessons even in the filler type episodes. Like, it might end with Link camping in the dark outside the rain, thinking about something, someone, or is sad or something. It could be like that, yeah. Oh, like Samurai Jack in a way, kinda.
Oh, that'd be sick.
Yeah, that would be dope.
Samurai Jack type.
Samurai Jack, that'd be pretty clean.
No, I
Just
can't
don't
see
give
it. Breath of the Wild
Don't give me my Gainax ending though.
TV show.
He said he was thinking Avatar, but that too. Avatar, I feel like the thing with Avatar though is Avatar is like super more character heavy than like Zelda. I feel like because Zelda has its characters, But Zelda also has
They
a lot
don't
of
really do
other
anything.
iconic things too. So yeah, Avatar was like really character heavy with the story it was telling.
Yeah.
God, Avatar is so
Characters in
good.
Zelda don't do anything. Being
Honestly,
completely
everything
honest.
needs to strive to be like Avatar, to be honest.
It will never be Avatar again. We will never get anything as good as that ever again.
God. I want to believe we could, but
It won't happen.
man.
Like, that's just a fact. It will not happen.
And yeah, I feel you, Andrew. I just mean they make the filler type episodes meaningful. True. That's very possible.
Yeah.
It's also possible because of how random Zelda is, we'll get an episode of like Tingle doing crazy stuff.
Bro, could you imagine Zelda getting a whole episode just about Tingle?
God. Oh no, and he posted the GIF too. I'm scared.
Tingle has his own game, so
God.
bless Sandman's heart.
Limpa, bro.
Tingle has said free game. God, please, let's stop this with Tingle before I start dying again. Because imagine thinking of who's going to play Tingle. Please, my sides can't take anymore.
That's Danny DeVito. That role's already taken.
Oh, God.
Hey, Danny, Tingle, bro. I'd sign up for that.
God.
Is that it?
Yo, Impa, though.
Danny
Impa.
DeVito.
I just feel like Zelda definitely has the most potential of everything Nintendo, because I feel like with everything else Nintendo, you're pretty much going the extra mile.
Yeah.
Like, there's so much you have to like build and do new. And obviously that's because Nintendo is not very story-centric as much as some other series and stuff like that. Like, there's definitely potential for all these IPs, but you know the drill. It's Nintendo. It's funny because we say this, and then like freaking Animal Crossing has a anime movie.
Have you
Like-
read some of the Animal Crossing manga? It's really fun.
Animal
Really
Crossing
fun.
has a freaking manga?
Yeah,
God.
it's more of a jokey manga.
And with how crazy
Yeah.
Animal Crossing fans went for these go for these games, honestly, they could probably do a movie. Like, they could get away with a movie and
They
it
should
do
make
well.
an Animal Crossing movie about a murder mystery on the island.
That'd be funny.
And then the plot,
Oh, wait.
and then the ending is that no one was dead all along.
Nah, it was Tom Nook. I see it.
Well, we already know that. We already know Tom Nook's going to be out here.
Nah, it was 𝗧𝗃.
Not that. That's who Mr. Moby needs to be playing. Tom Nook.
Not in my goddamn lobby.
That's a perfect casting right there. And then have Jesse McCartney be freaking a KK Slider.
Yeah. I'm advertising Animal Crossing one right now.
Yeah, Tom Nook, bro. Bro, and
Wildin'. And then Isabel is whoever. You can get literally like that's whoever.
Ellen DeGeneres.
What? That's too old.
My girl's grandma.
This man's just saying this because he wants an excuse to blow this girl away. That's crazy.
Nah, saw Doom guy over there. That man's already in line for his Animal Crossing. You try to blow away Isabel.
God. But yeah, I guess we're almost at the 2 hour mark. So,
Jesus Christ, dude.
oh yeah, we went on long, and the whole thing is going to be up too.
I was trying to go eat some tacos.
Right. So let's cap it off. Any final thoughts? Any super duper final thoughts?
The Animal Crossing manga is like going through Animal Crossing and reading Bubble Bubble at the same time. It's fucking amazing.
Jesus Christ.
I'll have to check that
I don't
out.
think anything like that could exist.
Conan, any last thoughts?
Nah.
All right. And
Continue
Alpha,
working.
you're still here? Alpha?
Yes, I am. I just realized my mic has been on mute.
Oh. Wow, this man was really not in the last half because he had his mic mute.
It's crazy. But nah, I'm good.
All right, so that's pretty much it for this video game media movie topic. It's still an ongoing thing, so of course things will change. Heck, the day I upload this, they could probably give us a freaking Mario movie trailer. So anything is possible.
Tomorrow morning.
Right. Before I even finish editing.
And before Nintendo Direct.
Oh, God, please. Please, that's a whole different subject. That's a whole different subject. But yeah, I'm going to close out this podcast. So say goodbye to the people. I'll have links to everyone's stuff in the description. They can just pass me it if I don't have it all. But yeah, peace, y'all.
Good night.
Eat up, Papa John's.